Hi, I'm Brad, the developer behind Think Machine, a new way to visually research rabbit holes. Think Machine is a 3D mind mapper and note taker combined into something completely new. The best way to understand it is just to see an example. And so we've just clicked generate on ancient Sumerians, and we get a bunch of connections over here that are related. And we also get a 3D view of the same information. So what's really interesting is Think Machine can toggle through different connections. So we can see how everything looks when it's disconnected, and we can see how things look as they get more and more connected. And what's really useful about this is it's a way to kind of like a complexity dial, where you can make your data more complex or less complex and change the number of connections it has. And this is a really useful way to explore, learn new ideas, brainstorm, things like that. So what's also really interesting is you've got this note editor over here, and you can click on any of these and we can add notes. So is one of the oldest civilizations known to man, not the oldest. And we see that this notes get linked in both places. So we can so we're able to write information as a note right here, and we're able to do it right here as well. And what this does is it creates kind of a multimodal, bi-directional, multi-dimensional way to capture notes. And so the priests were a very important, and you see how as I've used language that's included in the symbols, that's included in the map, it's given me a little link that I can click. And I can see that this information is now showing up in multiple places. And so this is a very powerful way to take complex ideas, strip them down to their basic essentials, and then understand the context that's being used and how they're being used. So not only do we have notes that you can click around and you can see all kinds of different stuff, we have chat. And so you can chat with your data. And the really important thing here is it's not just a normal chat bot. It knows everything about your workspace. And so these act as fine-tuned directions to get the most out of any AI assistant. And of course, all the information that they return is linked as expected. You can just jump to that node or that symbol and instantly get more information. You can follow up with more information. So we learn here that cuneiform writing was typically written on clay tablets. And we can zoom out, see the big picture, and we can also zoom in and learn the details about really any of these individual things. And so this is one of the really big ideas behind Think Machine, is seeing the forest and the trees, being able to see the big picture and being able to zoom in and see all of the details. So we've got also the ability to filter. And so we can click search, and you see it just dropped basically everything down to just this one element. So we can basically take a very narrow approach and just kind of pull a thread and understand it over time, or we can zoom out and get more context and how things connect. We also have, as we saw at the beginning, a generate option. So we can say, Think Machine is a really cool way to explore information. And we click generate map, and it'll pull the map from this text into the 3D editor. And so we can see all this different information now about our text, kind of like a map on top of our text. We can explore it, we can change it, we can delete stuff. We can delete huge chunks. We can say, oh, no, we just want this to be just discovery. And it's a very powerful way to build up information systems, build up research systems, and explore them, connect them with new ideas, brainstorm, really get inside an idea, get outside an idea, get all around it. It's for understanding things at a deep level. And as the world becomes more interconnected and more complex, The big idea is we need better tools to help us understand. So Think Machine uses a 3D mind mapper to help you visualize. It uses network notes to help you add contextual notes that are relevant whenever you're using those terms. And it uses the latest and greatest AI to help supercharge any of the kind of research that you're doing, whether you're a student, whether you're a business, whether you're a knowledge worker, PhD student. Any of those things are going to work really well for Think Machine. So I'm really proud of Think Machine. It is a labor of love. I'm the sole developer on Think Machine, and I've worked really hard on it. I think it's incredibly cool. It's inspired by some of the oldest ideas in computing, like Memex, Xanadu, hypertext, hypergraphs, and I think it's really exciting, and I'm really happy to share it with you. So please let me know what you think.